My investigation into the slimes came up empty. My senses were able to detect more beneath the earth. However, I would not be able to enter, not without risking entrapment. And so I turned my focus to something else. A tower of sorts. Something unnatural to the area. Standing above the trees. A source. A focal point of sorts. I've seen the living dead infected before with something else. Spores that drift through the air, that infect their very flesh. And that portal, deep underground, back in the lab, it was emitting something. Something was growing from it. Something not from here, but elsewhere. Perhaps there is a connection between this and the items I found in that strange forgotten temple. It all sounds ridiculous, but I look at myself, my reflection in the moonlight. I am more than flesh and bone now. I have transcended my human form, and that would have sounded very ridiculous to my peers. But where are they now? Shambling, no doubt, among the thousands. Lost in a sea of dead. Where did your ethics get you? That's what I thought. No. I must remain focused. Tower. It's close. I must be ready.
Kia ora, guys, gals, and Legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, Bran's Tale. We're here with our man Bran, close to a structure. A structure standing above the trees, a fungal tower. Something that we've been wanting to investigate for a good long while. Well, it is now time for us to see exactly what this thing might be. Now, we aren't alone. We do have a bit of a fan club that's hanging around here. However, they are not aware of us currently. Let's see if we're going to be able to keep it that way or not as we start to move up and towards the northeast. We'll see what we can make out. We do have our night vision on still, and we will keep that on for the nearby. Yeah, okay. Well, we can confirm it looking out through the underbrush. As the trees start to become a little more sparse in this area, we can see this mess of just these tendrils almost reaching out across the ground. And trees that seem to be affected by whatever this thing is. Now, I would love to be able to see this with my own two eyes, not without, night vision, but I think the cover of darkness could be, helpful. We can see some things here that are actually showing up as enemies, and we can see a fungal tower. And there it is. This is the very thing that's standing up amongst the trees. An enormous fungal tower. On closer inspection, its cap is supported by lots of fungal tendrils of various thicknesses, emerging from yet more bristling tendrils at ground level. Between this redundancy and their noticeable movement creating frequent gaps, it's tough to get a solid shot on the thing. I imagine that to be so. We also have a fungal hedgerow. It seems like a dull grey privet, but it's really a massive barbed fungal tendrils defending the tower. Interesting. And then we have these other structures, fungal tendrils, a long, delicate-looking tendril with a sharp tip. Defenses, one might think. and we can see many creatures around here. All of which don't seem to be immediately hostile towards us. But this is the same spread that we saw underground, that we saw in the lab. What are we to do with such a thing? This spread that seems to have, infect the dead. Well, we need to take precautions. This thing is spreading, and there's no telling how far this might spread. And so, Bran, let's get a little closer. Let's hold our ground here. We'll release our folded Foldertron. I'm just going to go ahead and drop this on the ground for now, because we're not going to be able to fit that into our pack. And we're going to go ahead and activate our harness, taking out our fusion blaster. And you might be able to guess what's coming next. Let's see, we need to make sure that we turn on our internal unified power system, as we are going to be powering this thing. Let's take a deep breath and get ready to fire a warning shot of sorts. Except we need to make sure we have sight. From here we do have sight between two trees. If we move over this way, we have a little bit more. We might already be well within the danger zone here. So let's see exactly how this goes. We start to steady ourselves, holding the blaster against us, and then we release. And in a almighty blast of light, in a huge explosion, we can see that we have inflicted some damage onto this thing as clouds of spores start to emit. A small fire starts to burn. Let's go ahead and turn our night vision off for now. We see all around it fire spreading. We have a zombie stumbling towards us as fire starts to spread along these tendrils. We're going to go ahead and grab this Y-hander here. We're going to go ahead and store that on our survivor harness, and we're not going to mess around here. We're going to quickly take this thing down. Let's have a look and see exactly what it had. Nothing too different. We see these fires burning. Is it taking effect? We have hot air all around here. The fire burning through the hedgerow, but the tower still standing. I feel like we might need to take another shot here, but that fire is taking much more effect than I thought. Spreading all across this area. A beautiful sight for Bran. But that light is attracting others, attracting the dead. The horde that was close by is slowly stumbling off the road, through the forest and towards its light. Hopefully not feeding this thing. Hopefully the fire is doing what we intend it to do and destroying this thing. Nevertheless, we are going to wait beside here, keeping an eye on our temperature as we do, and taking a bit of a step back as that fire spreads all throughout here. We hear the horde stumbling towards its light, and they're just standing on the edge of it. Standing on the edge of it before they seem to be taken by those tendrils. As it lashes out towards them, it seems to be infecting them somewhat. They are aware of our presence. They start to stumble in our direction. Bran observes them, them running towards the flames, engulfing themselves, dying. The flames continue to spread. a child finds its way towards us. We continue to wait, looking out across this inferno towards a tower that still stands. Even after all of this fire is spreading, it still just stands. So the question is, what do we do from here? Well, passing time would be good, but can we safely pass time close to here? Because we want this fire to continue to spread, but you can see that it's not really taking. It's only burning the areas where the tendrils were, as they seem to be the most susceptible to flame. But the rest of the brush around here, yes, while it can catch on fire, it's a lot slower to spread. We can see in the center even that fire has now gone out. So, do we fire another lance of fusion energy towards this thing? Do we have a look in here and see if there's anything that we can find that might, assist us in this instance? We do have a minigun in there. That's one thing. But I'm relatively sure that we have some other goodies in here as well. So let's just have a quick look through to see if there's anything in particular. I hope that stays sterile. We definitely want to get that into us. 100%. And some of you have also informed me that we need to keep our eyes out for sponges, because that's a new thing. We use sponges to clean them. So, yes, we will be looking out for that as much as we can. So, looking through the rest, I think we're going to have to stick with what we have for now. The fire is starting to die down. We're going to go ahead and activate that once again. Taking that out, dropping our sword on the ground, we're going to take aim at the fungal tower, which is fleeing, interestingly enough. Almost as though it's sentient, as though it's aware, as though it can feel the flames licking up around it. We set out another lance of energy. As it hits, new flames and plasma ignite it. And again, it is lightly injured. We see over to the side here, we have more of this mess that's spreading, these tendrils just reaching out. We might not have any other option but to try to work our way towards this thing. We will let the fires do what they can for now. But Bran, we might have to go head to head with this thing. If you are to neutralize it as a threat, I'm going to go ahead and grab that sword of ours, wield that back, and we're just going to wait a little longer. As the flames start to disperse on the outside, with no more material to burn, we'll slowly start to approach and see if we can take this thing on. And next to us, out the ground, perhaps bursting forth from this thing here, a tendril emerges. We slash out, chopping the thing into pieces. And with a poof, spores emerge next to us. Now this is where we hope that you are fully contained within the suit, Bran. We really hope that is the case. Another. This thing is not messing around. Another again. And more of these spores. With one cut off, another emerges. Our Flamenschwert is damaged by the blow. Not great. Not great, because it is getting more and more damaged. Now, what would be really good is utilizing it'll come to me in a second, utilizing some gas and flame with this thing, but it seems to be somewhat fire resistant. Even with all this fire burning around it, doesn't seem to bother it. Yet it continues to send these tendrils against us. We slice them down with electricity and steel. And again, they start to spread further and further. I truly do hope that those aren't affecting us. There's no real way for us to know, Bran. What we might be able to do is start working our way towards this thing. With each slash, we draw nearer. And now it is time to activate that combat armor. We need to start to move towards this thing. And we'll start by trying to slash through this hedgerow. We've made headway. Ha! But as we destroy one, another emerges. Let's move closer. After we catch our breath, but they emerge once again. Very interesting. Okay, let's turn that off for now and just see if we can wait a while to catch our breath. We're attacked. We are going to stop catching our breath. And I suppose it stops. What do we have over here? A purity ring. Well, okay. Yeah, they're going to keep on coming. We're going to end up out of breath either way here, I think. And there isn't much we can do to really stop that. So Bran, start to move in. We need to take a slash at this thing. And that we do. We slash out towards the fungal tower, stabbing into it. Again we slash, but we're thrown backwards. Interesting. The hedgerow grows and throws us away. Yeah, we're shoved away as it grows. We land on the fungal bed. The fungal tower takes aim and spears you with a massive tendril. The fungal tower strikes your torso, but your armor protects you. Thank you, armor. Thank you. We struggle to get back onto our feet. The fungal spawning grows into an adult. Not great. We get back up onto our feet, and we're knocked back once again. As we slash, we are doing damage to it. The air hot around this. But as each of these hedgerows grow back, we get more and more injured. Oh, there we go. With a wide arc, we slice through the fungal tower and the hedgerows around it, injuring many of them in the process. We slash out again, slicing the fungal tower, and again we stab at thee. Alright, I think it's time for a power-up. Bran, with a mental switch, activates his hydraulic muscles and slashes out towards the tower. It is severely injured. With the flames rising higher, he hacks at its base again and again, until finally, with a great timber, the tower comes toppling down, mutilating the thing in the process, and with a great poof, spores are released, but the tower is no more. Bran, let's take a second here. We're going to turn off those hydraulic muscles, we're going to deactivate our combat armor, and we're going to step away. Is it truly dead? Well, we need to be certain. Everything around here, all of these spores, they must be removed. So let's catch our breath. Okay, there we go. Now we need to make sure that this also does not remain. The best way for us to be able to do that, I think, is to use our mini flamethrower. And hopefully that should spread along there. The flames over here have ignited a new section of these tendrils, this spore covering. Let's just hope that they can do what we need them to do. We're going to go ahead and remove these hedgerows. Okay. Now, next question. Are we going to use a whole heap of power to continually try and burn this, or are we just going to try and do a start fire quickly? Because that is something that's easy enough for us to do, I believe. Let's see. Should be start fire quickly. Ah, yes. It's there, but we don't have anything to do. Okay, well I guess we are just going to have to use 75 each time, which is a little much, but if it spreads, as it seems to be doing, we should be able to ignite a whole heap of this stuff. Let's take you down. It's running as well. We've been safe so far. I can only hope that that will continue. We need to make sure that we leave no section untouched. Anywhere that we can see this growing that's separate from another, we need to make sure that we shut that down. With fire emerging from our hands, igniting each part of this, we gotta hope that it's doing what we need it to. You know what? I feel like there's probably a better way for us to dismiss that over there. We're gonna go ahead and get that fusion rifle back out. Let's take aim and shoot right over here. Nice and in the center. Yeah. I gotta say that that's probably gonna send up quite a bit of flame as the hot plasma starts to take effect. It's doing exactly what we needed to. Alright. The flames are continuing to spread. Good. 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 Bran, we might be victorious here, and I believe that we didn't get penetrated at all during that. Not seeing anything affecting us at this stage. We just have to hope that that is actually the case. Now, these creatures that died here, we need to make sure that they do not resurrect, so we are actually going to go ahead and dismember them. Cut them apart, and that's only 22 seconds to be able to do that, so it's a pretty quick process for us to do the dismemberment, versus just smashing something. And again, smashing something that's full of spores, maybe not the best idea we could have. I am liking how quickly that fusion fire is taking effect, just burning through all of this. And, you know, any of the walking corpses that get caught in that, they're really going to have a hard time coming back to life. So, I'm not so concerned with that. Yeah, that fire moves a lot faster than the little fires that we start. Just look at that. And I think a lot of that has to do with the actual heat output that it's able to do. Yeah. Now we are slowly losing power. That's okay. That is okay. And yeah, with that, I think every square so far has been ignited. When we're done here, nothing will remain. Nothing will remain of that tower. You know what? It even helps us out with the dead. To the south of us, Wilton. The hordes from there have emerged and are wandering out towards these flames, towards the brightness. Oh, and there was actually a tendril over there. We need to make sure that that doesn't affect any more of them here. We also need to be a little bit cautious with, we'll let you hit us. A little cautious with the heat, because we know that we can still get knocked unconscious by heat. So we will try to avoid that if we can. We might not have much of a choice here. I can activate our thermal dissipation should we need to. Oh, great. Oh, great. Well, we're going to have to spend a few seconds by here, dismembering these corpses. Yes, we can get away with it. Okay, and down here. Okay, all dismembered. We have another tendril up the top there. We need to put them to bed. Yeah, we should be able to get close without getting burned. Just need to watch that spread. Ah, that's the spread. We don't need that. Make it quick. In and out. That's what we're doing here. There's another over here. Yeah, they kind of have a habit of sprouting up, it would seem. We can blast them away. Look at us, we're still not in a good mood? How is that possible, Bran? We are still upset about Apis. Yeah. About attempting to cut them open, then discovering that on the inside that they probably looked rather human. Yeah. We'll let this just continue a little longer. The fires are slowly starting to go out. We need to patrol around here to make sure that we have actually cleared this area. We are currently warm at the moment. Our climate control is still turned on, so we'll just kind of keep an eye on that. Make sure it doesn't get too wild. Let's stop these others from getting too close right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this. Pretty happy with the process. And as, you know, we're looking relatively clear here. I gotta think that we've got all of it. Because we have large sections here now that are just completely barren of any flora. Now what could that be buried under there? If anything. Might just be nothing. Might be nothing at all. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to have to wait until the morning, because we want to be certain. We want to be absolutely certain that there is nothing else. So let's just go. I want to see how long it takes us to smash this corpse. It actually didn't take all that long. Yeah, that's only taken 2 seconds. Interesting. So smashing was taking quite a while to do for a fair bit. No, we're going to ignore that. Yeah. Okay, so there have been some changes. Smashing is a little bit more effective than it was. Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to get to sleep exactly. But we maybe rock down towards that house. We might stand a chance at doing a little bit of that. Let's drink some water. And let's see. I don't think we have any food on the go other than what we have in our cart. So let's see. Is any of that still good? We have 1 cooked meat. Huge boomer. Stop eating? Nah. Let it come. We'll go ahead and just give it a quick blast. Oh yeah, you're not going to die, are you? I'll just let you explode. And with that very loud bang, we're going to go get out of here. Okay, right, we're colliding, I see. I see now. And we'll just go ahead and... trouble. I guess they're still down there. They were just kind of eating that vehicle. Effectively. So we'll make our way around the hardware store, which is a little bit less busy. Probably take down this one here. Might just be able to sleep in that vehicle, should we need to, and we actually have an ambulance here in which we could stay. This house doesn't look like it's, we should be close to that, no. On second thought, yeah, nah. Let's head down here to the butcher's shop. Okay, which is actually open. Well, I'll be damned. So, into the hazy cloud. Yes, interesting. There's a hazy cloud in here. So there's a smoker inside the butcher. Or maybe not. No? Where's the smoke? The smoke must be coming from below. They definitely have been dead in here. Let's actually see. Do they have anything that's still good? Sausages and smoked meat. Well, I'll be damned. Okay, well, we're peckish, so let's eat some of that good stuff. Yeah, the lunch meat's rotten. And we've got other... Okay, so that's in our shopping cart. Good. We're still peckish. Alright, fine, we'll go ahead and eat a sausage. Now, are you a raw sausage or are you a cooked sausage? I'm not actually sure. I'm not going to take a chance. I imagine you'd be preserved. You'd have to be if you were still good now. Yeah, Step into the hazy cloud. Yes, and I'm going to let go of that. There has got to be something around here. It's a long fire starter. Electric carver. I see. Okay. Well, I guess the blood is here because it's a butchery, but it just seems like a lot of blood. Oh, there's an upstairs? Back down these stairs. Really? Okay. See, that kind of freaks me out a little bit. Like, obviously that's there for a reason. Are we just gonna die if we go up that? I want to go upstairs. But I'm afraid of going upstairs. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to take that risk. I know that sounds stupid, but yeah. There aren't any chairs down on this level though, so we'd have a very hard time just managing to fall asleep in a place like this. Really what I'm wanting to do is just pass a whole heap of time. And sleeping is a great way to do that, as it kills, you know, a bird with 2 birds, 1 stone. Yes. Step into the haze cloud, sure. Because we are going to need to get some sleep eventually. But we also need to pass this time. We could just try this home. Sure. And we'll go ahead and use one of our lockpicks as well. Our lockpick kit. Okay. Go ahead and close those curtains. Alright. We're doing good. We have a basement here. I think I will be wanting to investigate this to see what we might have down here. Oh, we've got a bit of a party, and it is a gun basement. Nice. We do have a gun safe down here as well. Ooh. That survivor zombie is actually being frustrating here. Alright, fine. Get that armor on for a second. Let's catch our breath. Okay. We're good. We're good. Let's see. What do we have among them here? A survival knife? Okay. Right. An SKS. Remington. We've got quite a few weapons here. Whether or not we would use these weapons anymore, I don't know. I don't know. Bran, I feel, has almost moved past that, you know, to a point. I think it is still worth checking the gun safe here, which we can pick. A Walther PPK, it's a handgun. Alright. I think we are just going to try and take a little bit of a sleep here, if we can. Which we should probably go ahead and just actually make sure that they stay dead. Because that'll just be awkward. We don't want them waking back up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn off our night vision. What else do we want to turn off while we're sleeping? The unified power system, and we can turn off the internal climate control while we're asleep. That should be fine. Everything else can stay turned on. And with that, we are going to attempt to sleep, and we toss and turn, we toss and turn. Okay, we'll see if we're able to. Because obviously we are just trying to sleep in a chair. And finally we do actually manage to fall asleep. Nice. At 3 AM, so we should have a decent sleep on our hands here. So, the tower is defeated, or at the very least it seems to be. When the sun rises, when we awaken, we will know for certain exactly what has happened to that thing. And whether there is still any spread that's there. And then, I think the next question that Bran will have is, where did it come from? Where did it go? Because originally, he saw all of that mess, all the tendrils and stuff like that, emerging from a portal in the lab. So, I think he'd have some questions about that. I'm not going to turn on our thermal dissipation until we actually feel like we're getting hot. We still have some chunks of meat, which we could cook up, because I think we do have a frying pan on us, so we could spend a little bit of time just doing that. So we'll just go cooked, and we'll go make 6 units of cooked meat. It's too dark to craft. Well, that's what you think. Checkmate. We have light. Okay, we'll try that once again. Okay, cooked and 6 units. Fantastic. We're going to go ahead and put it down and start working. Fantastic. Okay, now we are warm. Okay, good. So I'm going to have to put that on. And we have some cooked meat. We're going to go ahead and eat that before anything else. Eat again. We're still peckish. Still peckish. Okay. Alright, that's great. And we should be good now, I think. We'll see. We'll have something to drink as well. Going back to that canteen of ours. Thirsty. Okay, sated. Fantastic. Alright, so go ahead and activate that thermal dissipation. It is thermal dissipation that we're after, right? No, internal climate control. Whoops. Yes, that would have required a lot more power to be able to do that. So we have our weapon back in our hands. That's good. Okay. We should be fine to carry on. Grab you. Let's head outside. We have a brainless zombie. Aren't they all? And we're probably gonna have to deal with the horde that was up here. Yep, I'd say there's a good chance we're gonna have to deal with them. But as we know, Bran is more than okay with doing that. His armor is getting a little bit worn down though. Notice that his blade is quite damaged, as is his armor. So, worth us remembering that. We're just gonna keep nice and still here. Let them come towards us. Okay, alright. Activate you once again. Let's catch our breath. Ignore. We're gonna... Okay, fine. I mean, if you're gonna attack me, then yeah. Alright, we can take a little bit of a wider berth around here. We don't have to fight through all of them. Only some. Oh, okay, no, that's just a fire. That's good. I was concerned then for a second. I thought it was more a fungal spread. As I'm sure there is. Okay. Just try and dodge around that big group. And if we start cutting northwest now, we should be good. Except we're colliding with things. So we'll try to avoid that where we can. We spotted a zombie dog. Okay. To the north, actually. Okay. Alright, dog. I do not want you... Oh my god. I am so angry right now. I am so angry. I am so angry. I am furious. Oh my god. Oh, you little bastard. And here I was, trying to maneuver that so that it wouldn't be in the way. Oh, that is the worst. That is the worst. God damn you, dog. God damn you. There is nothing left of it. There is nothing left of it. Okay, so we've still got the folding wire basket. Ah, that is not good. Oh, we have a shocker. Where the hell did you come from? Hi. Yep, you can shock me. It's okay. Well, that's a consolation prize, isn't it? You know what, Bran? I think we need some cheering up. We're gonna go ahead and dissect this sucker. 42 minutes, that's fine. We heard brush. Stop dissecting? No. Fat zombies dangerously close? No. 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 Ignore. We're attacked. Okay. Yes. We will stop on being attacked. And hopefully we can continue that. The electroshock unit comes back online. It turned off because of the blast. Very nice. Okay, very nice. I didn't actually see that they had been knocked off. Good to know. Good to know. So, what exactly did we have there on you, shocker? Battery storage and power storage both faulty. And an umbrella. Let's catch our breath. Okay. We finished waiting. We feel refreshed. Well, that's great. That's the main thing. So we need to go ahead and place a note right here and just say stuff. What we are going to have to do is find a way to rebuild that folded Foldertron. Now, we could probably fit a fair amount of this stuff into our backpack. That's also an option. I'll have a look and see how much we can actually carry in that survival rucksack, because our next step would be making it back towards our vehicle. Now, where was our vehicle? That's a very good question. A very good question. Where in the world was that vehicle? Okay, alright. This is home. We're actually not too far from home. It was up here. Okay, it's directly to the north, so we could theoretically grab our vehicle and drive it down to here. That's actually probably better than us rebuilding the folded Foldertron here. I will also look to see how much we can actually just store in our backpack. But for now, this is what we're here to see. No freaking way, that's its corpse. The remains, we can see it during the day, and the fires continue to spread. Burning across this region, we can see plant sap on the ground, and we don't see any spread. Yes. Yes. Bran. I'm gonna chalk this up to a victory. But what of this? What of this thing? This bruised fungal tower corpse. It's still hot. It is a hot, bruised fungal tower corpse. I think we're going to dissect it. It's going to take 2 hours to do. But I think it would be good to understand this thing. We're going to have to probably stop a few times. Stop dissecting, yes. It's going to take 2 hours to do this thing, so it's understandable. Is anyone else around? We do have one other to the south, which is making its way up here, with others as well. There is a chance that they might leave us alone. There is a chance they might not. But time is passing by. Stop dissecting. Ignore. Damn you, beast. Again, not sure if I can actually just continue. Wait until we catch our breath. Dissect. They don't stop coming. They're gonna keep on arriving. And I really don't know if it is actually keeping our progress there. Okay. They can't see us right now. I gotta hope they're okay. Come on. Where are you arriving from? You are a bit tough, aren't you? Now, I wonder if they were some of the ones that were burnt that are still semi-okay. Because I'm pretty sure they're naked, and that means that they revived. Okay. 2 hours. Is it possible? I haven't thought about trying to move it from here, but we might have to. Oh, come on. Can I get away with ignoring it? No. The screech is going to cause issues for us. And there's a skeletal juggernaut here. It's actually been a while since we've seen a juggernaut. Quite a while. Alright. Out of breath. Our breath goes out. How is our armor holding out? Kind of okay. Let's catch our breath. We feel refreshed. Yeah, we're having a hard time with this thing. Let's see, can we actually move it? We can. Let's try and drag it away. To the west, we are seeing a skeletal juggernaut. Shoot, we are still seeing a few final remains. Okay, we're going to leave you here. We still need to burn this. And this. These two down here. done. Now, let us hope that we are truly alone. My poor boy. Bran, you keep on trying. And yeah, we just started 2 fires quite close to us, so there's a chance that they might cause trouble, but we'll see. We have one zombie just wandering around down there, the skeletal juggernaut as well, and we finished dissecting this thing. We laboriously hack and dig through the remains of the fungal mass. I'm gonna go ahead and catch our breath there. Let's see what is left of this thing. Just butchery refuse. Nothing inside it. It is just a creature of matter and nothing more. Well, Bran, what are we doing? What are we doing? What was that? I actually have no idea what was going on then. We just started waiting, and I don't know why. Dissecting? What was I dissecting? I have no idea how that happened. I was trying to drink something. Well, the skeletal juggernaut is here, so yes, we are going to stop dissecting. Oh, great. While we were still looking down at the remains of this thing, this tower, we feel a slash at our neck, slicing our throat open. We are bleeding. Panicking, Bran reaches down, activating his repair nanobots, and simultaneously turning his muscles. His muscles? They kinda are muscles. Turning his muscles on. His suit as well. And our kinetic shock absorbers. With the juggernaut right next to us, we slash out towards it, with the returning strike sending it reeling backwards, toppling end over end. But it too returns with a strike, knocking us back over the dissected corpse of the tower. We rush back towards the thing, slashing it, slicing at its legs, trying to bring it down to our level. We slice again, knocking it over backwards, chasing the creature. Again and again, Bran hacks at its head, the bleeding in his neck, now halted. He feels a comfort come back over him as he slashes out towards the juggernaut, but his sword becomes jammed. It starts to weaken. He starts to find a weakness and slashes again and again, attempting to kill the creature. And finally, it is dead. Let's go ahead, turn off kinetic shock absorbers, our hydraulic muscles, and the suit. Let's catch our breath. Okay. Oh, we're trying to catch our breath. We're having an issue catching our breath. There's no corpse left to butcher. I'm not trying to butcher a corpse. This is really interesting. Wait a while. Wait until you catch your breath. There must be something there that's kind of triggering a butchering and sequence. I'm not quite sure. Strange, very strange. We're gonna go ahead and thoroughly pulp that corpse. We lost quite a bit of power there, unfortunately. Ah dear. Well, at least we can confirm that this thing is well and truly dead. The tower is no more. It still is marked as being something that's here, but I feel like we have really put a nail into this one. Yeah. Well, with that, we need to begin our journey northward through the swamp, up towards where the killdozer is. Actually, is it the killdozer? It's not the killdozer, it's actually just a vehicle. But that's where we have to head to. Yeah. And with it being so sunny, I'm tempted to put on our other backpack. Let's see. Am I going to be able to find the stuff? Let's hope so. We just have to make our way through this maze of trees first. There it is. It's easy enough to find because there's just so much of it freaking everywhere. Right, so stuff is all over the floor. Let's go ahead and start by trying to find our actual backpack. The survivor rucksack is down here. Okay, we'll go ahead and pick you up. Survivor rucksack. Okay, we're going to go ahead and wear it. Now, we should be able to pick up a fair amount of the stuff. We definitely want to make sure that we're picking up those artifacts because we do not want them to be left here for just some random thing to pick up. So that was the first one, and we should have another one here as well. Where is the quantum solar backpack? It's right next to us. Good. We're going to try and activate that. Let's see. Zombie pheromone. Boots of fungal dreams. Okay, so over here we have not what I was looking for. Okay. Okay, also not what I was looking for. That's fine. But we'll grab the boots for now. But around here should be the quantum solar backpack. I was relatively sure that it was, but apparently that doesn't seem to be the case. Where is it then? Ah, it's actually up there. I've gotcha. Okay, now, do you give us any carrying at all? I don't think it does. I think it's just going to make us more encumbered, but that's okay. We're trying to avoid fights more than anything. It's got a liter volume of 5, so it's, you know. We're going to go ahead and activate it. Oh, we need to wear it first. Okay, we'll wear it, and we'll go ahead and activate it. Quantum solar backpack. We are going to activate the jumper cable. We're going to attach it to the solar backpack, and then attach it to ourselves. Boom. And our cable charging system is turned on. Great, so occasionally we're going to see a tick of power come in, which that's great. So, how is our volume looking? We should be able to carry a fair amount of this goodness. So we'll go and grab the CBMs first of all, as we know that they are the things that are most important to Bran. And they actually take up the most amount of space, frustratingly enough. Yeah. Grab you as well. We definitely are going to want to come down here to grab these things. One bloody dog. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. So what are we actually coming back here for? A fair amount of things. Look, really, there isn't anything that's crazy amazing here. The minigun, yeah, that's okay. The spiral stones, also okay. Basic repair kit, we've got an advanced UPS. The UPS is definitely useful. The honeycomb as well. Is it worth driving all the way back down here for that? It's not too difficult of a drive, granted. I think it's possible. Yeah, it's possible. And plus, there will be something here that I have forgotten for some reason or another. So, it is going to be a fair journey to make it back up towards our vehicle, but it should theoretically be north the entire way, so I'm going to begin that journey. Giant centipedes, giant crayfish, oh my. Well, we're going to try our best to avoid those things for now, as while we are a little peckish, I'd rather stay on the move, and so with that, let's get into a fight. Let's get straight into a fight, because it's exactly what I was wanting to do. Actually, we are going to try to avoid this. If we can, we are going to attempt to run away from this encounter, and we'll let them fight among themselves, because, well, we really don't need to be getting engaged, and that's okay. Well, like I keep saying, I am wanting to run away. We're seeing a whole heap of acid here, and I can only think that that's coming from that giant slug. Interesting. Very interesting. I've never seen that before. Anyway, we're going to keep running so that we can get away from that goddamn wasp. And, tell you what, hopefully, I will see you all once you make it to some form of safety. Well, I don't think there's any getting away from this. I have returned, as we're being chased down by a zombie Hulk, of all things. And we're out of breath to boot. So that's great. We're going to have to go and take some measures to, rectify this. So, let's see. Are we going to be able to drop these in time? One would hope. One would hope. We're going to drop that and the quantum solar backpack. Ignore. Okay, we managed to drop them, but we are thrown backwards far. As this thing starts to run back towards us, our muscles are already active. We slash out towards it, clobbering the zombie hulk, already out of breath. We know we have to do this fast as our power starts to tick down further and further. I don't think we can afford to keep our muscles on for much longer. We go ahead and turn them back off. We rush back towards the creature, slashing again and again, shocking it. As it stands in the water, electricity courses through its body, and finally, it is rendered dead. And we have a error. Okay. It's an error that we can work through, it seems to be. Stop smashing? Yes. Let's go ahead and turn everything else off for now. Good. We should be okay. Let's catch our breath first of all. Ignore. Okay. We seem to be okay. Alright. First things first. I'm going to go ahead and grab these back so that we don't lose anything else. We're going to go ahead and wear you, and we're going to grab our backpack and wear that as well. Grabbing everything else off the floor. We are good to go. So, that should still be active, our quantum solar backpack. The cable should still be attached to us. We will see. Detach. Yep, so it is still attached, theoretically, at this stage. There's nothing there to smash. Well, that's great. We just have a pulped zombie corpse. So, I'm going to continue this little run here. We are almost up on the road. As soon as we reach that road, it's going to be a lot easier for us to move around. So, I'll see you back at the vehicle. Okay. Now, which of these vehicles were we actually using? I think it was this one here, the RV, the luxury RV. Yeah, see, it's been a while since I've been up here. Although in saying that, oh, it's the electric bicycle that we have marked. I see. I think I slept in that RV, but it was you, electric bicycle, that we had been using. Now, how much can we actually store on you in that little, let's see. Yeah, it's only 20 liters, so it's not a massive amount by any means. And it is starting to get dark, so I think we can probably get away with folding those back in so that they aren't going to be damaged. We'll actually go ahead and take it off entirely, placing that back into our backpack for now. A little low on power, lower than I would like. But today we managed to take down a fungal tower. And yes, we lost the folded Foldertron. It is heartbreaking. But it's not the end for us. We can go back, we can get the rest of the things that we left there. And for now we have defeated a relatively decent threat in the world of Cataclysm. A fungal tower. Bran still really hasn't been matched in a while. He is confident, perhaps too confident. There are scenarios in which he can die, but he's starting to see himself as so much more than human. And, in a lot of ways, he is. But even superhumans have weaknesses. And Bran's, well, he's always ready to try and patch those out in the latest update. But for now, we need to start making our way home after we collect our things. But guys and gals, that is all going to be in the next episode. When we return to Bran, he will be on his way, if not back at home. Thank you for joining me. I've been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.